And we're here. All right.
Hello.
Hello, folks. Um, Welcome to a Standing Stones live stream production. Where
We're live.
where we are live and we're playing games and we are raising money for the the Rose Hip Medic Collective in Portland.
Hell yeah.
The
Hell yeah.
Rose Hip Collective is a medic organization that provides first aid supplies and training to protesters, to direct action groups, to all sorts of good people. We're raising money for that. At any point during the stream, you can let me raise my mic a little bit. At any point during the stream, you can type in !donate or !incentives in order to... Actually, incentives aren't up yet. I need to fix that. !donate to figure out how to donate to this worthy cause as we play. Thank you. And today we're playing Stew Pot. Stew Pot is a game by Takuma Okada. And let me read this wonderful introduction. You know the feeling all too well. Stumbling through a thick forest, living off of stale rations, unable to get a full night's sleep. When you finally arrive at the next town, the tavern is where you find all the comforts of civilization that you sorely missed. You've all been adventuring for a while now. It's a tough job, and it doesn't get any easier as you get older. Many adventurers eventually retire to run taverns, offering shelter, food, and advice to a younger generation. It's what you all have decided to do. Stewpot Tales from a Fantasy Tavern tells the story of a tavern run by your characters who are a party of former adventurers. It's a game about hanging up your weapons, selling off your armor, and integrating back into society. I'm Danielle. You can find me on the internet at RedtailTalk90, and I use she or they pronouns. With me today, we have Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo. And you can find the other podcast I do, or I guess the podcast that I do, FTL, at FTLcast. And you can find the other podcast that I do at KCWC Pod, Kitty Cat War Crimes. It's a Warrior Cat related podcast. I use he, him pronouns.
And Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon. You can find me on Twitter at Big Mom Energy. I use she, her pronouns. And when I'm not doing this thing, I am currently Molly on the Room Where It Happened that you can find at Roomware Pod on Twitter.
And Riley Lyra.
What's good? My name is Riley or Lyra. I use he, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at RevRyeBread. Rev like Reverend, Rye like Rye Bread. And I also on some other podcasts. You might know me from Interstitial. If not us, then who is out right now with the Star Wars season. Podcast Minds, Cape Lorelei. You get it.
All right. So with that, let me do lines and veils. So our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are, let's see how fast I can open this document. Yep, that'll work. Are racism, sexism, violence against children or animals, transphobia, homophobia, sexual assault, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, emotional abuse, and self-harm. Our veils, which are things we're okay with including but won't leave the camera on, are steamy situations, graphic depictions of bodily harm, and depression.
I'm going to also add anti-Semitism to the lines.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Because FTL has that on there, but
Yeah.
you don't here because we forgot it.
Yeah, the doc that I happened to open just now
Out of
didn't
date.
have it because I have like 3 or 4 different versions
Yeah, it's okay.
scattered across.
It's a living document,
Yeah,
the lines and veils.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. With that, Stewpot is told through a series of mini games. Each game represents a closer look at a certain amount of time that passes at the tavern. And we first need to create our tavern.
Before we get too started, I do just have some important news I need to let everyone know.
Yeah.
It's the bottom of the 8th, and the Firefighters just tied it up against Millennials in Game 4. Potentially win the cities. There's only one more inning. It's fine.
Riley,
I still don't understand baseball.
have you considered like becoming the official announcer of Blazeball?
Have you heard Blaseball Radio? Because that dude is good.
No, there's
that
a
guy
thing. Oh shit!
he calls all the games at once. It's fucking wild.
I cannot even. Okay. All right.
So
Did you want to talk about incentives? Do we want to?
Sure. Are we
Sorry.
offering any incentives for this game? We can certainly do the choose a mini game by paying $20. That one's pretty standard.
Yep.
That works for me.
Hell yeah.
And is there anything else we would like to include?
If you want to throw in a copy of ZS2E for a $10 donation, I can add that in.
Okay.
That's a new game that I have released in early access that I like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a PBTA game about building a community in the post-apocalypse, but also what if the post-apocalypse didn't suck shit and it was only a good time?
Excellent.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
So
Timely.
that is an insensitive.
That's a great incentive.
very
I said
good.
insensitive. Insensitive.
You're trying. We're all trying.
I'm doing my best.
Very good.
We're all doing a good time.
All right.
Okay. Tavern.
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 We decided we
also-
were urban, right? We were
Yeah,
modern
We are
fantasy.
Modern
Modern fantasy. I was about to maybe toss out the idea of, instead of being like urban modern fantasy, we could be like rural modern fantasy, if that makes sense.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Like it's a dive bar in a little town.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's still modern day, so it's still probably
Mhm.
like, unfortunately, like the only really modern day equivalent of like an adventure party is like military stuff
Oh, a
Kind of.
band?
or a band. Oh
band.
my god, we were a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
band.
Like,
Traveling
hold on.
around, righting wrongs.
That's actually something very fancy. Is just traveling around playing music and like getting into fights, like an old punk band in like the '90s would, where
Oh
they
my
just roll from town to town
God.
and beat the shit out of skinheads and keep moving.
Hell yeah.
Yo, okay, that's
yeah,
a
hell
great
yeah.
idea. I'm absolutely 100% here for it, and I guess that's what we're doing now.
Yep.
To say other options include like working for like the mob, working as some sort of like in like a larger scale criminal organization,
Biker gang.
biker gang,
Biker gang.
a biker gang.
Oh my god, that fucking rules.
Biker gang that's also a band.
Biker gang that's also a band speaks to my soul a little bit.
I love this.
Yes.
All right. So
My
what
character is gonna be a roadie then, because she has absolutely no musical talent except on the harp.
What does it say on our jackets?
Oh my god. Well, whatever it said on our jackets is gonna be the name of our new bar too.
Yeah, it has to
Exactly.
be.
It has
Mhm.
to be.
Yeah.
Okay, we can paint that picture as we continue. Are we down with fucking biker band,
I'm here
biker
for
gang
that.
band?
Biker gang band.
I'm here
yes.
for that.
We need to be careful because it sounds gang band could be mispronounced into something else. So mind your enunciations.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Our biker band.
a musical artist biker gangs.
Yes.
Love
What-
it.
What does the place we've kind of settled down in look like? We know it's rural. What kind of rural?
Mhm.
I mean, I want like most of my experience with rural stuff is like Western Massachusetts, like little
Mhm.
mountain towns.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
We've got
that's-
one gas station, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just like one gas station in town. A highway
Yeah.
goes through, but when they built the interstate, everyone just kind of passed us by. No one comes through much anymore.
Shut up. We're not doing the plot of Cars. Fuck you.
No, that's not the plot of that is the plot of Cars, but that's also just the plot of Middle America.
The gas station also has the post office and the library. This
Mhm.
exists. Actually, it exists
This
right
is-
down the road from me.
This is more rural than I'm used to existing with, but that's because I live in Massachusetts, where
Mhm.
within an hour's drive there is a big city.
I'm
No matter where
putting
you
the
are.
Iowa in here. There is There is no
Absolutely.
big
No, I love
city.
it. I love
So
it.
what I'm picturing is
Post Prairie.
like the bar that you see in a, oh gosh, if you don't have any context for this, then it doesn't help you if I say that you see in, but the one that doesn't have any windows and has like a neon sign out front and just like a gravel parking lot
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Oh, you mean the kind of thing that you come across when you're driving somewhere else and you're like, fuck, it's like 2 a.m. I really should stop.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
Right.
like one shitty
I've driven to
television
Chicago before.
inside,
Yep.
a pool table.
Mhm. There is like someone who's inexplicably irregular.
Yep.
One of the people who lives in the town. There's only like 12 of them, but one of those people is a regular.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Good. Good.
I love this portrait we have painted.
Yes.
It's very good. Unfortunately, most of my experience with this kind of fantasy is going to be supernatural.
Listen,
That's all right. That's
You
all right.
You don't have to be ashamed.
this is a
It's fine.
non-judgment zone. Now that we figured out where we are, what does our tavern look like? Be as general or specific as you like. What interests you most about a building? Where are your eyes drawn?
I mean, we kind of described our
I
building.
just described it. Oh shit! Sorry.
So we're separate from the gas station, right? We are the
What if-
from the stream, like the
what if-
audio.
What if we took over an old diner that closed down?
Yes.
So it just like inexplicably looks like a diner, but we serve booze.
Yeah, it's and there's also like 4 rooms where people could stay in. Like we're
Yes.
also the motel.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that's what a
Yeah.
tavern is. Taverns are also inns. So we have like, oh, I know what it is. It's a diner that had apartments above it, and we turned the apartments into rooms for people to stay in.
I love that.
That's good.
Are we only describing the outside or the inside of the inn right now?
Yes.
Inside there is a way too large aquarium.
Oh fuck. What
I
if
don't
the
know
way
who
too
this-
large aquarium only has a snapping turtle in it that like one of our people who like works there just like put in there?
Yeah, it's just a snapping turtle that hangs the fuck out. He's the building
He's our
mascot.
mascot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bruce found a snapping turtle like as a fucking hatchling and just like shoves it into the aquarium, and now it's like 30 pounds, and we're like, well, I'm not picking that up.
Its name is Ezekiel.
Love it.
We call it
Ezekiel.
Easy.
Easy.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, I kind of love this setting.
It's going
Good.
well. It's going well already.
Uh-huh.
What
yeah.
else? What are other notes?
Flickering neon.
Mhm.
Everything is a sort of like unsettling shade of teal, and like
Yes.
there's a lot of like glittery vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
You know that like really
Yes.
horrible like vinyl
Yep.
like vinyl pleather.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of that, and it's like infused with glitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like somebody built this.
Sale.
Yeah, somebody built this horrible diner in the 70s, and they want you to know about it.
Yes.
There's a jukebox,
Yes.
like a
Yes.
the big light up, fancy ass jukebox, but we can put new music in it.
hmm
I like the idea of there's a jukebox, but somebody has put like a fucking like iPhone, a fucking like
An
iPhone
aux
speaker
jack.
inside of it. Yeah, like the jukebox itself doesn't work anymore. It's just got like an aux with like somebody's
Yes.
iPhone plugged into
Uh-huh.
it.
Still only inexplicably plays What's New Pussycat.
Exactly.
I'm loving this.
This
Okay.
is very
All right.
good. This is a good setting. I'm gonna have to draw this stuff when I can like use my arms again.
Oh, buddy.
For those of you in the audience who don't know, I had top surgery less than 2 weeks ago. So I can't like really draw right now, but I'm gonna want to draw some of this shit afterwards.
He's doing amazing. The fact
We-
that he's doing well.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. Anyways,
We is the only plays What's New Pussycat canon, or was that a funny joke?
The answer is yes.
I want other music in our bar.
maybe
listen,
maybe
it
somebody's
depends on
cursed it.
it depends on whose phone
His
is
iPhone's
hooked up.
plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. hmm
There we go.
Okay.
So, we have a surprisingly good beer selection.
Uh-huh.
People walk in expecting it to be Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Lite, but
Mm.
we have the good stuff.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
have a bunch of like craft beers that you know. One of our like bartenders just like happens to have an in with some like with some people who do like brew craft beer, and then
Mhm.
somehow has an in with like 5 or 6 different craft beer
Mm-hmm.
people.
They're willing to drive all the way out here.
Yep.
Yeah, or they mail
Ooh.
it to us, you know.
We have a specialty dish.
Okay.
What is it?
It is a. I'm gonna get very sad thinking about this sandwich. It is
Oh.
it's a
No.
steak sandwich. It's on ciabatta bread with Worcestershire sauce and roast beef. Hi, content warning for food. Roast beef with Worcestershire sauce, caramelized onions, a white cheddar, and a Guinness barbecue mayo. And it's on that ciabatta, warmed up, hot, served with a side of fries.
Excuse me, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna have to go buy all of that stuff and make it.
Mhm.
Sounds very
I
good.
used to work at a restaurant and I've been very nostalgic for it recently.
I think I missed some of those ingredients. Steak
Uh,
sandwich with
Okay.
on ciabatta with Worcestershire, caramelized
Caramelized
onions, mayo.
Caramelized onions. No, not mayo. No,
Oh, sorry.
a Guinness barbecue mayo with
okay.
that is a garlic aioli that has been infused with some A, barbecue sauce, and B fucking what is this? Guinness. Duh, it's in the name. I couldn't fucking remember.
Okay. Gotcha.
I was like, what is this word?
Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad we established exactly what this fucking sandwich is.
Thank you. I think about this
Beautiful.
sandwich every day of my life. I'm gonna post a picture of it.
I feel like we also like inexplicably. So I had chosen for my character. She's like a hunter, and so like we also just have like whatever fucking meat she manages
Yeah.
to kill.
Like venison and whatever.
Mhm.
Weird.
Probably like venison and
meats.
rabbit. Like is probably the
Yeah.
most common stuff that she's probably going to be cooking up.
That's a good looking
Mhm.
Which
sandwich.
I mean, somebody else is going to be cooking up, and she's just going to be like walking in with an entire dead deer on her shoulders. Like,
Well,
what's
also
up,
since
guys?
this is fantasy, like you're like strolling in and like, hey, I found an owlbear.
Oh god, that's right. It's fantasy, so sometimes there's just like some random fantasy bullshit that she pulls in.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Fine.
donated to get that sandwich, but hold like 70% of the stuff just to fuck with Riley. Oh,
Look at the image I posted in the Stew Pot channel in the Discord, and that's the sandwich. I think about it every day.
You put it behind a spoiler. Oh my god.
because it's content warning food. I don't want to fuck with anyone who doesn't want to fuck with food.
It does
Yeah,
look
always.
super good though.
Dude.
It's amazing.
I don't
It's so
even eat
goofy.
meat, and that looks super good.
They do a mushroom sandwich that's similar, but it's cut up portobellos, and then you cook spinach. It's fine. We don't. I will
That
talk
sounds
about food
super good.
forever.
Sorry. Yes. Well, it's a good thing that we're playing Stew Pot, which is about
Mhm.
running a bar.
Yeah, I've switched to chef out instead of priest. All right,
Um,
All right. I'm.
we've got it right. Like this is our place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good place. Should we talk about our characters next?
Yes. Do me last because I'm typing up these mini games for August.
Yes. Okay. We've built our tavern. Oh, we don't have a name for it yet. Guys, what's our
Ooh,
tavern's name?
fuck.
What's the town's name?
Ooh, what's the town's
Even
name?
harder.
Middle of fucking nowhere. We don't have a town name. We're too small.
Uh,
I was thinking for bar name 9 times out of 10, like 9 out of 10. I don't know what that means, but I think it's cute.
I like the idea of it just says 9 times out of 10 on like a big like neon sign out front. And anybody who asks us what that means, we all just shrug and look at whoever's character pitched the idea and go, oh, that sounds good.
9 out of 10 of us don't know.
the 9 out of 10 diner.
diner.
We're not
Ooh,
a
that's
diner,
good.
we're a bar.
We're a bar though. We just
We're
happen
an
to take
inn,
over an
right?
old tavern.
But we
We ended up
have
taking-
food, you know? We have
Yeah.
like we're a cafe that serves booze.
Okay.
I mean, we're hi. We're the only eatery establishment in this town.
Yeah. We do a little bit of everything. We do 9 out of 10 things. It's up to you to figure out what that last one we don't do is. If you ask
Okay.
for it, I
So-
swear to God.
So y'all heard of the 5 and dime, right? A 5 and dime?
Yeah.
Little shop? We could be the 9 and 10.
Hey.
I don't mind that. The 9 and 10.
And like on the sign, it just has 9/10, like 9 out of 10, but everybody just calls it the 9 and 10 because they don't understand what we're talking about.
That's
Hell
really
yeah.
cute. That to me is adorable.
So
I
like,
like
the town folk come in, we're gonna go down to the 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I like that. And so we start with 1 in every rating, right?
Yes. So question, is that what was on our jackets?
Oh
Yeah.
fuck! I forgot about that. 9 out
Yeah.
of 10 on the jackets is. Well, hold on. If we do the 9s or like the 10s, like that is like a funny jacket thing. 9 out of 10
Yeah.
on the jacket could work.
Yeah.
What are
Okay.
other brains?
All right, so if we were the 10s or something very similar to that, and all but one of us started this tavern.
You read
Oh.
my mind.
Who's our estranged friend who left?
I don't know.
They will play to find out.
Now I'm
Aw.
sad.
No, is it because did someone die?
I don't
That's
think someone
that's
died.
also sad.
That's even sadder. I like the idea that that one person was like, I don't want to run a fucking bar. Are you guys kidding me? Shut up. I'm gonna go
oh,
work in the library.
or
Goodbye.
they struck out on a solo career.
Mhm.
They started a family in the same fucking town, and so they come by.
I like
Oh.
the idea where they're just like, I don't want to run a bar. Fuck you guys. And then they
Oh.
like, but they're sitting at the bar like every day, just like doing some sort of like, I don't know, like fucking like work from home bullshit, like sitting on a laptop,
Yes.
just like.
I don't want to run the bar. I want to be in the bar. I'm
I-
retiring so I don't
still
have
wanna
to do
hang
work,
out.
damn it.
How dare you make me work? Yeah, no, that's perfect. This is great.
All right. So 9 and 10. Okay, now we do characters, right?
Now we do characters. Yeah, we did it.
The tipsy tens. That's good.
They also say Trivia Murder Cafe.
I love that.
Oh my god.
That's our
MK
friend.
has said,
Once a month we do the trivia murder night.
Yeah.
And it is like a murder mystery dinner.
MK says we can steal Ruben for that, and it's very in character for them. I like that idea.
Yes.
Ruben
That's why
is
we
a
don't
character
serve
from
Rubens
MPL.
here.
Yeah.
We also have Rubens, and that's all that Ruben
No,
eats. That's a common.
we do not serve Rubens. I will not be making a sandwich named after someone who doesn't show up.
You know what? That's also very good. Ruben will
Mhm.
accept this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or they won't. And then we'll be like, make your own fucking sandwich then, bitch.
You didn't walk in on the tavern. You don't get to name the sandwiches.
They come back. Can I please get the Ruben sucks? One Ruben sucks. Can I get a Reuben? No, what's that? I don't see that on the menu anywhere. I got something close to it. Can you read that really quick?
Literally call it a corned beef sandwich with slaw and and Thousand Island written that way on the
Yes.
menu.
Yes.
And you won't tell it to anybody who says Reuben.
Mhm. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Is that just a Reuben? Fuck you. Get out.
We don't
I'm
speak
gonna
that name here.
I'm gonna introduce my character.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Benjamin Kruger is a swashbuckler / chef. They go by Benji. They use he and they pronouns. They have barbed tongue. They're a meanie. Bravado. They never falter. And duelist. While you studied the books, they mastered the blade.
Fucking incredible.
They're old. I'm placing them at like 55 or 60. They to me they look like oh god, what's his name? Ted Danson. No, I played Ted Danson last time. Sorry, it's all Ted Danson all the way down. It's still Sam Malone. I'm still Ted Danson out here.
Oh god. Okay. Incredible. I'll go next. My character's name is Bersian Gotthilder, and she was a ranger. Going by the game ranger, and is now a hunter. So she is like in her I want to say she's in her 40s or 50s. She's like 8 feet tall, and she can turn into a bear.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And her wife is like a little sort of dryad type person named Miva, and she's also part of our group because
Yes.
they go together.
Hell yes. Here
Oh.
for it.
Miva is a magic user, but she's just sort of like around. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing Serena Moonblossom, who is also a dryad. Maybe we knew each other. Who knows? Or we
I
did,
mean,
but
you did because you were in a band
yeah,
together.
we were in a band together. I'm sorry. Wah, wah. Here I am, guys. She's a bard, and she is very much. I'd say she's like. I'd put her at say 40. She's that kind of hippie that only wears broomstick skirts and Birkenstocks and old sweaters and has the long hair and smells faintly of patchouli all the time. She plays acoustic guitar. It's actually a cursed acoustic guitar. I don't know cursed by what yet. And her skills are Devil's Fingers, prodigious whatever skill with an instrument, alluring voice, the voice of an angel, and golden words, convince anyone of anything.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I also forgot to say my skills are Animal Companion, which is a small grizzly bear, True North, an unerring sense of direction, and Tracking, follow any trail. And her item is a compound bow.
Nice. It's my turn, isn't it?
Yes.
I am playing Flaky Gathan, also known as Kiki, because her name is impossible to say on radio and have it sound even remotely like it's supposed to. She's a she, her pronouns. She used to be a bouncer for the band/gang. She was a fighter. She is no longer, but she still is a werewolf, which is what she was beforehand. She is very, very large. She is a trans woman. She has long, dark hair that she usually keeps pulled back, and dark eyes, and is almost always smiling. She seems to find most things amusing at the least. She's also heavily scarred because she was a fighter and got into a lot of scraps. Did we list skills? Is that a thing we did?
Yes. Yes.
So my skills are Master of Arms, armed and dangerous with anything. Brute Strength, move the unmovable. And Intimidation, make them do what you want. Because I'm big and scary, even though I'm really just a lovable person.
Oh.
I love her. I'm so glad.
How tall is she?
She's super tall. She's like 6'2" at least.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Burst is still taller than her. I just wanted to figure out if Burst was taller than her. Burst is like, I think 8 feet tall.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, she's not that tall. She's a
Yeah.
human. So
Right,
she's just a large human. As opposed to having any kind of supernatural height.
Yeah. My character is okay, I'm going to be honest here. My character is something I'm taking from one of my Guild Wars 2 characters. And
Oh,
so
yes.
in Guild Wars 2, she's a Norn, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
a race of people who are big and tall and turn into
Ooh.
animals. So
Yes.
she like turns into a bear occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
That's like their whole thing. That's their whole gimmick. They're humans, but they're 8 feet tall and they can turn into animals.
Yeah, it's good. It's the thing. All right. With our characters introduced, I believe the first game we play is the first step. And then we just take turns playing games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the first step says, before you decided to put down roots here, before you found this group of friends, what were you doing? What was the first thing you learned about how to live in town? So I think we definitely kind of answered the first one, but I'm interested to see what the first thing everybody learned about how to live in town.
I learned that people who just live here are not as not as comfortable with someone being directly antagonistic to them at all times. It was like I was like mean to the group, mean to the party. Like I would joke around, talk shit. And when you're just a normal person who's like out to just get a sandwich, it's like, all right, why are you being mean to me? Like, no. Why'd you say that?
I feel like one of the first things that Burst learns about having to live in a town is that you need a permit to hunt things. You can't just kill things and then serve them at a restaurant and expect people to be okay with that. You need a permit to serve food that you have killed. How did she learn that? Why don't you guess?
How do you kids want to say legal trouble?
Yep.
I think that the first thing that Serena learned was that you can't talk about you can't necessarily be out with your hippie new age stuff in the small backwater town. Like you can't roll up to somebody and talk about their aura. Just you can't be out like with your tarot cards necessarily, or people kind of look at you a little bit strange. and start and add you to their prayer list.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like everybody in this town is probably like ultra Catholic.
Oh. I think that the first thing that Lakey learned how to do is sleep through the night.
Oh,
Aw.
Because I think she spent a lot of time being on guard, and she finally gets to experience what it's like to, and also has to learn how to not wake up at every single creak and crack and settling noise of the place that she's sleeping in. All right. We do have a donation to play A Glass of the Gods. Adventurers like a stiff drink, and most of the time they're looking for a good ale or cheap wine. However, sometimes a troubled adventurer will come in looking for answers, and letting them drink themselves into oblivion is the wrong answer. It's your responsibility to mix the perfect drink, something perfect for the situation that can push the adventurer to look inside and find the answer on their own. So who would like to play the bartender?
if nobody else wants to, I am happy to, as the chef, be working front of house tonight.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. So who is playing the adventurer come to seek some counsel?
So do we each take turns being the NPCs?
We can.
Yeah, I mean, like, in a game like this, where if there are NPCs to be played, they just get played by whoever isn't playing one of the player characters.
Okay.
Correct. So if someone has someone who wants to have a trouble.
Any of you fine folk troubled this evening? Woe is me, won't anybody come to my bar?
Okay, so all right, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
We're the towns that cross the Appalachian Trail,
Mm-hmm.
or the
Uh-huh.
towns that the Appalachian Trail crosses, they'll often like have the hikers to be able to stay in hostels and places like that. So what if there's a through hiking trail through here, and
Yeah.
one of the people
I
that
like
comes
that.
in, yeah, and maybe there's also stuff out there, right? So people go out there to test themselves if they're wanting to get into the
Yeah.
adventurer. So it's kind of cross between Appalachian Trail and like adventure.
Yes.
I like
know,
that
yeah.
because like there's like monsters and stuff out there because like this is fantasy.
Cool.
I like
I can be the person if that's
Yeah,
Go for
play
it.
an NPC. Go for it.
awesome. So like a group of say 3 very bedraggled looking through hikers with their, very large backpacks, and but they also have like swords and stuff, which is a weird kind of come stumbling in.
I do love the idea of just like they just have swords with them, and that's
happen to
just
also have swords.
sometimes.
Oh, is that a Jansport?
Goodness
That looks
gracious.
nice.
So maybe 2 of them go off into and find like rooms to flop down in, but this one is just like, I have got to have a drink. Fuck, right? And just huddles over at the bar.
Hey, what's bothering you?
I
What
have
can I get for
never something with alcohol that's cold. It needs ice in it. Do you know how
Ice.
long it's been since I've had ice?
Why has it been so long since you've had ice?
You can't take it with you out there.
No, does any of you know ice magic?
No. I guess we picked the wrong group.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something cold, something with booze. I am
Mhm.
so fucking tired.
I get it. I get it. Well, let me turn around. Let me take care of some stuff. uh okay. So the actual game here is come up with something on your own. You use the examples below. That's you. Then I describe the current atmosphere of the tavern and one little
Okay.
detail of the adventurer that draws my attention.
Okay. Let's see. Less adventure. Okay. So you see what looks like a holy symbol hanging around this person's neck.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like leaning on the bar. She's got a very large sword across her back, and she looks haggard.
Mhm.
And while you're mixing up the drink, she just says, "Maybe I made a wrong choice."
Yeah,
Like,
Mhm.
I just why am I even out here? Why should I even do what they tell me to when it sucks this bad?
I like take a look over my shoulder as I'm working back there. The atmosphere of the tavern right now, it's like late, right? Y'all strolled in like super late. That's why I'm working front house.
Yeah.
Like we have like soft music playing over the speakers. Some like Phoebe Bridgers or something, like something way too sad. Just like looking over the shoulder and like do you look are you old? Are you like a young person who like set out?
Young person, kind of 20s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that youth catches my attention immediately, and and Benji's just like, if it sucks, hit the bricks. I heard someone smart say that once.
How do you hit the bricks when it's God, man? Like, what do you can't. Like, you can't.
You can't. Why can't you? And I like fucking around with stuff, yada yada yada.
Well, because it's not the right thing to do.
Hmm. Here, what are the tenets of your faith? Like what is the important stuff here? As I'm
Uh,
mixing the glass, asking questions.
we guard the veil between the living and the dead. We
Hmm.
keep the dead on that side and the living on this side, and we protect the sanctity of life. And
Hmm.
yeah,
And that sucks to you.
I mean, it's not that sucks. It's what we have to go through to do it, and just no clear direction from on high. And like, we're just supposed to kind of be out here guessing, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm just so tired.
You're doing a great job at guessing. Let me tell you. It sounds like you've got the guessing part under control.
Do
Uh,
I? Do I?
he laughs and like turns around like with a an ice glass of water first. He's like, I'm still I'm still working on the actual drink, but I think you said cold. A good cold thing is water.
She looks at it like it's ambrosia and just like chugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. How do you hit the bricks if it's God? Are your I saw you come in here with some friends. They experiencing the same frustrations right now, my friend?
I don't know. I don't really like, there's a reason why I'm talking to you. It's so that I don't like upset them. I'm the strong one, you know? Like, if I show them this, they won't want to keep on.
So if you're the strong one, that does not say great things about them. A smile.
Should I just find someplace else to have a drink, or are you gonna shit on me all night, man?
Listen, sometimes when you're feeling bad, I've gotta meet you on your level for a second. And because you have an apprehension, you're like, hey, that's not true. You're already telling me that you've got something more than you're giving yourself credit for. You're saying you're not strong, you're about to fight a stranger. That's something.
I guess. I don't know. I just get so discouraged. Have you ever been there? Like,
Me?
Can I also say that somebody who's just like hanging out in the bar goes, also good luck finding somewhere else to drink something around here.
Steve, shut the fuck up. I'm working.
do you just have like some rubber bands back there that you like shoot at people who are assholes in the bar? This is Shannon asking.
1 sec. Yeah, absolutely. Just pulls up a rubber band, puts it on the back of his finger, yanks it back. Clack.
Good aim.
Thank you. Well, all right. Let's think about this for a second. What do you think is you're feeling weak because you are struggling with the lack of direction, and you're supposed to be the source of direction for the rest of your group.
Yeah.
What? They're just not picking up the calls. The on high, reading the emails, getting read receipts.
They're not of the same faith as I am, or they're not. Or they don't have it. We're just.
Oh, I meant like your God. I didn't mean.
Oh.
Your God's not the same faith as you.
No. I meant the other people I'm traveling with. Okay. Is it possible to get water drunk? I might be water drunk right now. That was an amazing glass of ice water. Right.
It's valid. I understand.
No, there's like never a direct line. It's not like they talk to you or something because they're a god, and so it's never all that clear. You're just following the tenets.
So hypothetically, if you are following if you're following the marching orders, then you are following the direction that you've been given. So you're doing a good job, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me ask you something, legitimately.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you you're doing a good job? Do you talk to your friends, your traveling party about like the quality of work that you do? Like, do you feel like you're being taken for granted, or for like feel like you're just like sometimes all you need is praise? Tell me what you did. Tell me what you last did. Tell me your last adventure.
Let's see. Well, there's been a lot.
The last one.
There were a bunch of undead on the trail, right? We're like trying to clear it out to make it safer for other hikers to go through. And there was a big baddie, like a ghoul, and I smote it.
You
or
smote
smite it. I smited, smote.
I think it's
smit.
smoking. I think it's smoking.
Oh. It was pretty cool. Like it kind of left a crater a little bit. That was satisfying. You know, that was a good one.
All right, well that's good. Like that's
Yeah.
good. You're like bop, get it cleaned up.
Well,
Sounds like you're doing the tenant well.
Oh,
what was that?
we kind of left it there. We didn't clean it up.
Well, I mean, you're not the. They've got you for the guarding the barrier. They don't got you for the making sure the barrier is neat and pretty.
Okay. What are you making back there?
I'm glad you asked. Do you like how you feel about herbal?
Sure. Herbal's fine.
Is there a whiskey? Is there a liquor you like or you're drawn to?
I haven't gotten a whole lot of a chance to drink a lot of hard liquor in my life. But
How old did we say this character was again?
20s.
Oh my god.
Then tell you what. I'm gonna make you something that I think is wonderful. I'm jumping to the also I've decided I'm not Ted Danson, I'm J.K. Simmons. Use the adventurer's answer to create something for their trouble. Is there a story to this drink? Where's it from? I used to drink this back in the day a little bit. Me and my friends would go out. They drink hard stuff. They weren't of the same drinking religion as me, if that makes sense.
Oh. I've heard
but,
of y'all. That's an interesting sect.
Yeah. Sure is. Some call it a frat. It's fun. This right here is something I would drink when I had the means, because it's some difficult things to gather together. It's called a gimlet. It is it's gin. It's like a lime simple syrup, and it's just like a very refreshing, chilled drink. And I made you a lot of it because I don't have the proportions quite right yet. It's a big cup.
Nice. Is it like a mug of gimlet? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's a mug. The mug says Papa's first drink.
Oh my god.
So she like looks at it and it's kind of frosty, like you can see like the frosty vapors coming off of it a little bit maybe. And she
Mhm.
like sniffs it and like holds it and then takes a sip of it and just like really, 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 really enjoys it. Like the big smile and all of that. Kind of, yeah.
It's a good drink.
This is a great drink.
Fresh, relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could help.
Thanks for listening, man. Like, we got to get back on the trail tomorrow, but
Well, stop down here before you leave. I'll have breakfast coming. And the important thing, if you're worrying that if what you're doing is the right thing or not, you're concerned about the work and concerned about what you're doing. And like that is at its core a good place to start. A good place to work from, because you're concerned that if you're doing the right thing. If you were being an asshole, you'd just be an asshole and that'd be fine. No one would care.
you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
Also, tell your friends to compliment you.
I mean, isn't that a little weird?
No, you're right. You're right. It is. Send them down here, and I'll tell them to compliment you.
I'll just tell them that the guy at the bar wants to talk to them.
You goddamn right. What are their names so I know their names to be hit beforehand? Fade to black.
Cool. That was nice. Yay.
Thank you for letting me figure the exact person that I was. Come out of 10.
You're welcome.
Step into like baseball hat. J.K.
Oh my
Simmons.
god.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch Palm Springs.
I love it. Okay.
I love Tessa so much.
Oh, she loves you too. Okay.
God, I want a gimlet.
Me too. It's like
so
food
good.
porn Saturday here. What
Mm-hmm.
does this happen every time we play with Riley?
Listen,
A little
right
bit.
now we're in an inn, and so I'm just thinking about food and drink. I've got a lemonade coffee cold brew that is here that is fucking delicious. I need to go get another
Really?
beer eventually. It's from Hopwell. It's nice. We don't. Please, I will talk about food forever. Somebody.
Okay. What's the next thing we do?
There's just
Did
we
we
have
do setup?
another.
more games.
Did we not finish the setup?
I thought we
No,
did
we
the
finished
setup.
the setup. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
We got another We got another one where somebody has made a donation for romancing a stranger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's the next one that we're playing.
Who's gonna take that one?
I would love to take that one if no one else wants to.
Absolutely. I'll take the romancer role if people,
Hell yeah.
nobody else wants to take that one.
Hell yeah.
All right. Someone in the tavern makes eye contact with you and their gaze lingers a little longer than you'd expect. Your coworkers urge you on and make every excuse they can to send you over to talk to the lovely stranger. One pair plays. Setup. Romancer. Describe a detail about the stranger that drew... The stranger. Ugh.
The stranger. There's a stranger.
That drew you to them, and the stranger described the first thing you notice about the romancer. So I think that Kiki is leaning up against the bar. It's a typical, like, Friday night. People are coming in to drink away their work week. And Flaky is keeping an eye on the folks who come in, making sure that, nobody gets too rowdy without her being able to participate in the rowdiness.
God, valid.
Listen, I'm eyeing that tavern brawl game super hard. And the stranger comes in, and Sam, would you mind describing your stranger?
I would love to describe my stranger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that my stranger he's about, 25, very pretty.
Uh-huh.
Very pretty. Like unusually pretty.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little bit of like a magical aura of like, oh, this guy maybe has a little bit something going on that's a little inhuman.
Uh-huh.
He's got sort of very dark hair, high ponytail, glittering blue eyes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
He is the character who is in my my profile picture.
Good. Love it. So I think the thing that draws me to the stranger is his eyes. Because they're just so fucking blue. And I don't know if that's uncommon at all, but they're very pretty.
He is very pretty.
And so everyone notices that Flaky is making eyes at this dude and ushers her along to go, say hi. Why not? And so she kind of sidles up to where he is at does he go to the bar or does he wait for someone to come to him?
Yeah, he sits down at like a random like booth table and is just like waiting for somebody to come serve him something.
Oh no.
I think at
This
that
motherfucker.
yeah. I think at that Kiki goes over to his table and kind of leans over suggestively and says, now what can I get for you, hun?
Oh, he's sort of like browsing through the menu that's been sitting on the table. Like somebody put a menu down on the table and walked away from it, and he just sort of assumed that he was supposed to sit down. He's like, are you serving breakfast right now? This guy, like, very clearly is like, oh, this is some rich bastard that's like on some sort of hiking holiday.
I think Kiki looks back at fucking Benji behind the bar.
Sleeves rolled up. Are you trying to impress this guy? Are you trying to impress this guy?
Impress him? I don't know.
Okay, ask what he wants. I can make it happen.
Yeah. she she looks back at the stranger. What is it you want?
He's just like looking at at the menu at like some like bullshit like potatoes and venison dish that they could theoretically serve, and it's like
Bullshit.
it's like clearly like as it's something like as supply allows. It's like venison and
Uh-huh.
like
Cost
potato
is
hash thing.
MSRP.
Like market price.
Well, because it's like it's whenever we have venison in, whenever
Yes.
Perseon
Mhm.
fucking shoots a deer,
Yep.
he says, "Do you have the venison dish,
You know,
breakfast dish in?"
I think Burrs just brought in some venison. And she kind of like makes a wait 1 second gesture and walks over to the bar and leans over and to Benji's like, "Hey Benji,
Yep.
do we happen to have any of that venison left?"
Looks over your shoulder at the guy. Looks back at you. Honest question.
Uh-huh.
Do you want there to be venison left?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, we need to talk about your taste. Yep. Make it happen.
Thank you,
And it won't
Benji.
just be ground beef that I'm saying is venison. I have venison.
You're the best, Benji. So, what's the first thing you notice about Kiki, stranger?
It may in fact be the large scar across her face,
Uh-huh.
but I think he finds this interesting.
Yeah.
I think he's like, "Ooh, this person knows what she's doing." I certainly don't. He definitely just like drove into town because he knows that there's a trailhead here. He didn't like walk in off the trail.
Uh-huh.
He like drove here in an expensive car that his daddy bought him, and he's gonna walk into the trail from here.
I hate him. Oh, I hate him. This guy. This is the guy.
His name is Julian Palebloom, and he is beautiful. He's a dumb twink.
City boy.
He's a dumb twink that loves his little sister very much and would do anything for her.
Mhm.
Oh.
Not in like a weird way, in like he's currently looking for her because she ran away from home kind of way.
Oh, buddy.
I wonder why she ran away.
Oh yeah, no, there's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole was, betrothed to a demon as a child thing. It's a whole thing. Anyways, I don't know that he'd tell you about that quite yet. So the actual game here is we each take turns asking questions, and we each ask 2 questions.
Yes.
So I think that as the romancer, you can start.
Okay. I think I like this one because I've gone over to the bar to put in and then wait for your order. I have to step away for a moment, but I look across the room at you. Do our eyes meet, or do you look for me after I look away?
Ooh, I think our eyes meet. And I think he gives you like a little thumbs up. Like, yeah, you're doing the thing that I asked you to do. He's a fucking dumbass.
Oh my god.
Like, I cannot stress enough that like he thinks he's being like really cool and like interacting like a good, huge, normal human being.
Uh-huh.
And he is very not good at being a normal human being.
Bless his fucking heart.
This is a boy that went to private school and doesn't
Yeah.
know how to interact with real people.
Kiki gives him just the biggest smile.
Aww.
Serena is playing, like she's providing background music, and she sees the eye contact take place,
Uh-huh.
and like immediately changes the song to "Something in the Way She Moves" by James Taylor.
There's a groan from the kitchen. It's just like, ugh.
God. So I see another one of these questions that I absolutely have gonna ask my second question, but my first question I believe is gonna be, your past travels have marked you. What am I intrigued by?
Ooh. I think that
Someone plays Careless Whisper on a guitar.
I think that you notice that she has a very noticeable limp. Because like one of her legs was attacked by some creature at some point. Who knows?
Ooh.
And so she comes back with your food once Benji has very considerately finished making it.
It's impeccable.
Oh
I
yeah.
kind of like the idea that like Burst was like in the process of Outback, like in the process of like dressing a fucking like deer. And she went
The
out
back door opens. Give me a slice. Give me a slice. I'm not happy about it, but I need it.
I definitely would do that. So it's like really fresh venison.
The whole time just being wasted on clown. Honk honk, take your food. Ding! Ready. Table 6.
Kiki gives you the biggest smile when she picks up the food. Benji. Thank you, Benji.
If this was anybody else, I would kick them out of my restaurant.
I know. You're the best.
That's adorable.
So she makes her way over to Julie and puts the plate down, and I think takes the seat across from him.
He's like pleased about this.
Yeah.
But he also is like is also just like, good, yeah, it's good for you to get off your feet. And he like looks at her leg in like a really awkward way, and then takes a bite
I
of his
am
food
looking
just to stop.
respectfully.
And then he takes a really big bite of his food to stop himself from saying any more words.
Kiki glances down at her leg and looks back up at him and kind of shrugs and shakes her head a little bit, and says, werewolf territory dispute. You know how it is.
Oh, I can't say that I do, but I'm fascinated to learn.
I'm fascinated to learn.
I keep forgetting I'm not logged into Twitch right now. What I was trying to say was in the chat was that Julius is a random stranger who has just rolled into town, trying to find his little sister, to Chov, who is the DM of the game I usually play Julius in. Yeah. So he's just like, yeah, I'm fascinated to tell me about this werewolf territory dispute. That's fascinating. As he's like munching on this very, very well made like venison egg dish. $20.
And Kiki smiles and says,
I meant what I said.
$40 for it to be Benji in this nerd. And Kiki's just like, well, up in Johnson City, how they're
He looks completely baffled, but he's like, uh-huh. He like nods.
uh-huh. There are these two werewolf packs. There's the black hairs, and then there's the sharp tooths. I don't know who
Right.
comes up with the names for werewolf packs.
They don't sound terribly imaginative.
No, they're never really.
Johnson City, Tennessee.
Oh no, we lost Craig.
Oh no,
Craig,
Craig!
I can't drag him back.
Craig got embarrassed for you all and left. He couldn't take it.
I want to imagine that Julius
Now
is from
recording.
like.
Hi,
Thank you,
Craig.
Craig. I want to
Hey,
imagine
Craig.
Julius is from like California or something. He like flew to the middle of nowhere and then drove to the middle of nowhere because he thinks his sister might be here.
Next on the playlist is "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman" by Carole King.
Oh my
Up next has been shouldered out and elbowed in, so go home.
It's a good scene.
And she goes on and on about like how these two packs had like a turf war, and one thought the other had like stolen their leader's like important family heirloom, and how their biker gang, the Tens, came riding in one day and somehow got in the middle of them and had to negotiate the end to this turf war, but not before it got a little bit bloody, and Kiki was of course in the middle of all of it.
He's just like enraptured. He's like, wow. That sounds that's so much, that's so far out of my world experience. That's amazing that you did all this. And he's just like kind of staring at you a little bit like, wow, like a little like
Oh god.
love struck already. He's just like,
Oh, this poor
oh my
boy.
god, he's like, oh my god, this dumb twink.
Oh, buddy. Let's see, which one of these questions do I want to ask? I think when he says that, I compliment you and you think I'm making fun of you, but I'm completely earnest. What am I complimenting you on?
Oh my god. Probably about how sort of like, I mean, like, probably about how kind of just like removed from this whole scene he looks
Uh-huh.
like he should be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the idea he's like, wow, you look like you really run in like very different crowds than this usually. Like, where are you coming from that like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
this is also exciting because he looks, you know, he looks like he belongs. Actually, yeah, it might be by something like, you know, he looks like he belongs in like a ballroom rather than this crappy place.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of gets a little flustered by that idea that he belongs, you know, in high society. And he, you know, because yeah, he's like, well, I may not exactly know where I'm going right now, but I have, you know, urgent matters that I have to. He's flustered. He doesn't really know what to say. He's basically
buddy.
like, "Ugh, my sister ran away from home, and granted, after learning why, I understand, but I'd like to find her again, and so I sure know where I have been, and where I have been is ballrooms and stuff, and the private school that I went to." He's very much like a dumb rich boy that is like, I have to find my little sister because she ran away from home because she's supposed to marry this like powerful archfey
Oh.
that our family is supposedly worships.
Oh,
or
no.
that does worship.
Oh no.
And so I heard she might be here, and so he just sort of like waves his hand. He's like, anyways, it's very complicated, but I do admit, yes, this isn't necessarily what I'm most used to. when it comes to being places.
Oh, honey, that wasn't meant as a dig. Listen, I'd be just as out of place in your ballrooms as you are here.
Well, he sort of is like, oh god, I have to compliment this girl because she's so pretty and cool. Any ballroom would be greatly enhanced by your presence. And he sort of,
Serena's next song is "Friends in Low Places."
he sort of like tilts his head like he's questioning himself, like, why did I fucking say that?
Oh, buddy.
He's like, I'm supposed to be a high charisma bard. What the fuck happened?
Listen, the switch between systems gets us all.
Oh, Lord.
God.
I think you have
I mean,
question left.
I want to. The question that I want to go with next is definitely the like. Oh, sorry, somebody's knocking on my door.
That's me, actually.
Surprise.
My mom's like, "Oh, it's dinner time." Like, this is still happening.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'll eat dinner later. I want to go. He sort of goes to get up,
Mm-hmm.
and then he trips and falls
Oh, buddy.
against you.
No.
You catch me. What do you say? He's a useless twink.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no!
Yeah, she catches him, and she's so strong.
Oh, she's so strong. He practically swoons into your arms.
and she sets him back on his feet. And oh god, what does she say? Careful there, Lightning. Ain't I supposed to be dancing on you before you start dipping?
He just sort of like lets out a laugh that basically sounds. He's like, and then he just goes, "I have no idea how to respond here. I'm so sorry."
He's such a hell laugh.
Oh no!
He sucks so much. He's just he's a dumb twink, but he's very awestruck by this very strong woman.
The tavern is almost empty and tables are being wiped down. You both get up from the table you've been sitting at, talking and wondering where time has gone. Do you say something before the stranger leaves for the night? Do you go with them? Who is the first person you'll tell about this? And
That's you.
Yep, that's me. I think at the end of the night, first she looks at Benji and Serena, kind of like, do you really need me to help clean up tonight?
Who am I to get in the way of love? But you're gonna owe me one.
Oh, of course. And she's gonna offer to show Julius up to his room.
Hell yeah. Julius is gonna be like, oh, thank you, and he is gonna like go to the bartender and describe like, okay, but if a young woman about 15, 16, 17 ish, she looks a little older than her age, comes in, blonde, like white blonde hair. Please do let me know. He's very sad and looking for his little sister.
Yeah, I'll do my
If she
best.
comes in, please knock on my door.
I'll buzz up.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. hey. What's your character's name? Not the guest, my coworker.
Kiki.
Bercian. Oh,
Oh, wait.
Kiki. Yeah.
Kiki,
Yeah.
Kiki, can I talk to you really quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Ruin this boy's life. Pat, pat, pat.
I think she touches a hand to Benji's jaw and says, "Honey, you know I will."
Oh, you're absolutely gonna destroy this dumb twig. Also, I wanted to point out that he's got like a divine thing going. He's in his original thank you. In his original setting, he's a College of Glamour bard.
Uh-huh.
So he's got some like weird fucky magic shit going on.
Beautiful.
Nice.
That's the game.
And that's
Good.
yeah. And so for my questions that I'm supposed to answer as the stranger, will I come back to the tavern tomorrow or at least someday? I mean, yes, I'm staying here. But also, if I decide to return, write my name down on the NPC section of the tavern sheet. Absolutely, I will. Do you have an NPC section?
We do now.
Where is it?
It's being created as we speak.
Perfect. Just write down Julius Palebloom in there. And yes, thank you, Luna. Luna in chat is saying, as the person who plays Julie's sister, this is also very funny.
He's too busy boning down to find his family. That's fine.
Yeah, this is fine. That's
I'm gonna be real.
responsible sibling right there.
She very likely doesn't want to be found. So it's probably fine that Julius is getting distracted.
All right. Excellent.
Kids these
Beautiful.
days.
It's someone
I don't think we've
else's
been
turn.
going in a turn order. But do we have another game that we have lined up, or is it time to actually just choose a fucking game?
I think it's time to choose a game. I don't have any record of a donation. So I think because Lyra and I were both kind of the focus of those two scenes, either Shannon or Sam, pick whatever game you like.
I would like to play the character that I was supposed to play in this game at some point, as much as I love playing that NPC. I don't have a particular preference for our next game, if somebody else does.
I'm down for whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really helpful.
I'm reading them right now. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'm
Me
looking
too.
at them.
All right. Well, since it is 6:30, let's take a quick bio break. Say 5-ish minutes.
Sounds great.
And y'all can think about which game you want to play, and I can run to the restroom because I've had too much alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
My dad just brought me some dinner, so I'm also gonna try to eat a bunch of this while being muted.
Word.
And I am going to tell you, the audience, that the Millennials are up 5 to the Firefighters 3 in the top of the 14th inning.
Holy
Game
shit.
5 of the playoff.
Holy shit.
It is very tense. I have been vibrating through my bones as
That
we've been
is-
playing these games.
Holy
Riley, you have
fuck.
missed your calling.
Wow. Okay.
Be
Be right back.
We're going to be right back. And we're back. Hello, folks.
Audience, it's important for you to know that the firefighters lost to the millennials, but now the millennials are going against the tigers, and we need to support the millennials in this trying time.
God, but the Tigers don't have Jessica Telephone anymore, do they?
No, but still, hi. My name's Riley Hopkins. I'm using my platform right now to say hashtag Tame the Tigers. Spend your votes on the Tame the Tiger decree. Make it happen.
Let's see, I
For
think I have,
every
like, five
$5,
votes.
I will put. For every $5, I will put another 50 into Tame the Tigers. I have the money to make that. I have 65 coins, 65k coins right now. If you give me for $5, I will put 50 tokens into Tame the Tigers. I'll match. Make it happen.
That's so many coins.
I have put 1,700 votes into Tame the Tigers myself. I'm that one fucker who hated Jason Todd so much.
What the hell? What?
We can continue Stew Pod now.
Oh my god.
All right, back to Stew Pot.
Okay. It is either
All right.
Shannon or Sam's turn. I'm gonna sit over here and have my mind blown.
I kind of wanted to play Market Day,
Mm-hmm.
and I really want it to be that, like, Burst is trying to sell maybe some of her. It's like a little farmer's market, and she's just, like, selling, like, preserved hunted meat.
Oh, buddy.
She's standing at her little little stall in this like little town, wearing like overalls, and her very small wife. Her wife isn't actually that small. Her wife is like 5'4", but she's like 8 feet tall. So her very small wife is like talking to customers while she's sitting there and like sharpening a knife. But yeah, she's basically selling butchered hunted meat at a market. So I'm gonna read the Market Day game out loud, and here it is. You never would have guessed how many things a tavern needs to operate on a day-to-day basis. It feels like you're always at the market. In your previous life, you would have just thrown your coin at the nearest merchant to get what you need. But now you've only got this one place. It's not easy to get everything. Buying something isn't as straightforward as a simple transaction. Still, calling this place home has its advantages. A trader saves something special for you or throws in a little something extra as thanks for your patronage or for that favor you did them last time. It's nice. Anybody can play. Players choose between being a buyer or a seller. There must be at least one of each. So I'm a seller as Burst, but it also seems like for each item a buyer needs, a seller will ask at least one of the following. They may ask as many as they want until they are satisfied. And then there's like a list of
Wait,
like,
so are you a buyer or are you a seller?
I am a seller as a character who is one of the people who works at our tavern.
Okay.
I am a seller at this particular market.
Oh, okay. So you're inverting it. All right. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And then we
Okay.
can be there buying things for the tavern.
Yeah, you guys can be there buying things for the tavern, or you guys can be NPCs buying things from me, a tavern worker, as well. So
I would definitely be a buyer I would play a buyer against your seller if you're
Hell yeah.
interested in that.
yeah, that'd be cool. So,
Oh, yeah.
So for buyers, what do you need either for the tavern or for yourself? Is it difficult to find here? If so, why? For sellers, what sign, item of clothing, or other visual cue do you use to attract buyers? I feel like I have one of those, like, I feel like Burst drove her shitty pickup truck into, like all the way into the nearest, like, town that had, like, a print shop in it and, like, bought, like, a printed sign that just says, Got Hilder, meat.
Yep. I'm looking for
Hunted meat.
hides and stuff, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, maybe her wife like tans the hides from the stuff that actually maybe she does it herself.
Either way. Like I'm down
Either way.
I think I'm a changeling who's looking for hides and meat. I'm going to use the voice changer just so everyone is prepared.
Exciting.
But yeah, like this like kind of like do you know what Odo looks like in DS9?
No. Link me an
Okay.
image.
No, I'll just describe. imagine a person. Now imagine like if that person was you had to describe that person to somebody else as they drew it without knowing what a human was.
Oh no.
That is what this person looks like. They're like kind
Cool.
of like a little bit shifting, like proportions are a little wrong, like everything is just slightly off base. And they're wearing like a, a button down and khakis.
Cool.
And like they are kind of walking down the stalls and roll up on the your little meat market here.
Yes.
So
So for each item a buyer needs, the seller will ask one of the following. So I, the seller,
Mhm.
oh my god. I, the seller, have some sort of magical artifact, and I say, I've got this strange object that another trader was getting rid of, and I'm not sure quite what it does. Is it rare or dangerous? Who might want it? And I want to say that it's like, it looks kind of like a cell phone, but it's clearly magical, and she kind of doesn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, so this guy comes up. They come up and they're like, "Oh, is that? What is this you have here? This is fantastic. Is this for sale? Are you giving this up? Is it for free?"
She looks at the magical object and goes, "Are you buying?" She looks at she points at like the meat and hides that she has. And maybe to give it do you know what this is?
I know that it is worth. And listen, I'm not going to try to trick you right now and tell you that that is some kind of cheap doohickey that means nothing. Obviously, since I'm interested in it, I am interested in buying it. And I'm not in the market of trying to fool you, a good person here. I would like to purchase that little item, that object.
They have a weird smile, like a smile that like starts in the chin and goes out.
And okay, I don't like this at all. She sort of like squints at this horrifying creature and goes, "Are you interested in buying any meat or hides?"
Yes, I am also interested in that.
They nod, like looking at the meats and like going like,
We've got some good venison jerky, and like her little wife is standing next to her, going, "Oh, a customer. Okay, I actually don't want to deal with this. You know what, love? I trust you for this." And she just leaves.
What?
She like takes one look at this weird smooth person and goes, "You know what? I'm good. I'm good."
Mhm.
No, fuck.
What's the most expensive thing you have?
Got a whole deer hide.
I'll take one of those.
Sorry, I just looked at the chat and someone in chat just typed, "My I'm not trying to trick you t-shirt has people asking a lot of questions already answered by my shirt."
Uh-huh.
She sort of nods and goes, "All right, that'll be $250."
I'm happy to pay this.
And he goes in his pockets and starts digging through, and is like,
And I know this is unspoken right now, but that phone, that little object, what would I have to tip to get that coming in as well?
She sort of squints and looks at it and she goes, "You're not going to tell me how much it's worth, are you?"
Would you believe me if I did?
Depends on how much you're going to tell me it is.
300.
Yeah, I'll take it.
There you go.
He passes over the money. Like gives you a $50 tip too to round it up to an even number.
She doesn't want this thing. She's like, "I don't trust it. I don't know what it does. This person's gonna give me $300 for it. It's probably worth more than that, but I don't want it off my hands." So, yeah, she takes the money. She gives you an entire deer pelt and the weird cell phone thing, and goes,
Yep.
"Pleasure doing business with you."
Yes, a pleasure. Do you have a business card?
Yeah, it's like the most plain business card you've ever seen. It just says, Bersion Gotthilder, Miva Namathari, meets.
Thank you.
And it's got their
Okay.
phone number on it and an email address.
I'll come back if I need anything else. Have a great one.
And they like
Yeah.
walk off and are immediately like writing things down about the artifact in their hand.
I feel like Miva probably comes back and goes, "Did you know that person? Are you okay? Are they okay?" And Percy's just sort of like, she shrugs. He goes, "I don't know. Bought a hide." It's just his business card. Business card name meat.
God.
That was a good scene. The voice changer was a little
Yeah.
startling. Very good.
Yes.
That's why I like to warn people before I do it, because like if I don't tell anybody, it's just like, oh no, my audio processing has gone to shit. And I don't want to
Very
do that
good,
to
though.
nobody, but I like using the voice changer.
It's
It's
very
very
good.
good.
It's very good for like this very non-human character that's just been coming up.
Yes.
It's got a little picture of Gotenks on this voice.
Oh no.
That was beautiful.
Uh,
Thank you for taking me on this journey.
Thank you for coming with me on this journey. Are we in wear and tear time?
I guess.
oh.
It's every 3 games?
Every 3 games. That's 3, baby.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Where is wear and tear? Wear and tear.
Isn't it up near
That
the
is
top?
on page 29.
Thank you. There's always something to fix or clean or pay off. After playing this game, you may increase one of your tavern ratings by 1. Anyone can play. As a group, decide what part or parts of the tavern need fixing and touching up and what the new features of the tavern are. Take turns describing what work you're doing on the tavern. Choose one of the following prompts to get started or come up with your own. Everyone should pick one. All right.
so
I would
what needs
like-
fixed up?
What needs to be fixed up? I feel like, unfortunately, Burst would be like, fix that fish tank. So now our shitty, what was his name?
Easy?
Easy's fish tank.
Oh, someone's asking if the tavern comes with a ghost.
Does our tavern come with a ghost? Maybe. Is there a ghost
Yeah,
here?
we said that there used to be 10 of us.
Oh,
And that was only
Ruben's still here.
Ruben's ghost?
Is Ruben a ghost?
fucking
I can
gun
still
cocking
hear him
noise.
sometimes.
Ruben's not here for long.
Maybe the reason why the tavern was abandoned, or the diner was abandoned beforehand, was because like someone died here or whatever. Like the owner died under mysterious circumstances. So occasionally there's just like a bottle of alcohol will get knocked off a counter or something. Because like
We patted the ground.
what?
Like we
The,
But, like, we
the
have
ground
to-
is covered in pillows, so that way when it hits the ground, it doesn't shatter.
There's
course,
one
yeah.
bar stool that's the ghost's bar stool, and when we
Nobody
when we
fits in
open
it.
up, we put like a shot of whiskey there,
Mhm.
and no one's allowed to sit there. Like it's roped off.
Good, I love it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
good.
is that our atmosphere? Are we increasing our atmosphere?
I guess I don't.
I guess so. So we have a nicer fish tank. And we have a ghost. Burst
So-
just like scrubs down all the algae off the side of the fish tank, so it's
Yeah.
still completely empty except for the fact that there's a snapping turtle in it. But now the glass is clearer.
Yeah, Kiki
So
comes
now
up
we-
with some fucking pond weeds, not weeds, but pond plants that will grow in the substrate and like
Oh, we've
Fucking-
got substrate now too. Cool.
yeah, and just like because I feel like she's been looking at this snapping turtle in this tank every day and is just like, you poor thing.
But like, if you go to move it, it doesn't want to move. Like,
Yeah.
Easy
No, like you try
like-
to get this thing out, it's just like it'll snap at you.
Yeah.
It doesn't like
Yeah.
us.
No, Kiki comes away from it with like missing bits of fingers.
Mhm.
Just puts
Easy
band-aids
likes
over
it in there.
Yeah.
Easy
Serena
likes it in
plays
there.
Serena plays music to calm it down so you can get it out.
Don't pawn our weed. No, we're definitely growing weed out back here. Like I
Yeah.
want to say this. Like I don't remember what the hippie character's name is.
Serena,
Serena. Serena's definitely growing some weed out back.
Oh, yeah.
right? And we're making some brownies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you can ask
we
for
don't
the special
advertise
brownies.
it. But if you want a special brownie, we'll give you one.
Yes.
I thought that this said atmosphere rating -2, and I was about to be like, yeah, that tracks.
The turtle's name is Ezekiel,
Easy.
shortened Easy.
Easy.
But
I
yeah,
love
we
this
fix
game.
up Ezekiel's tank and make sure that the weed garden out back has really nice soil. Because, like, we're in Appalachia, you gotta modify the soil somehow, because otherwise it's just clay.
Well, it depends on where you're at. But if you're up in the mountains, it's probably very rocky. So you got to
Yeah.
pull all the rocks out, and
Yeah.
it like puts out rocks every year.
Listen,
Like,
I'm just saying, ain't no corn that grows on Rocky Top.
I know, but they were
It's true.
talking about corn, not pot. Uh,
I feel like you could probably like compost a whole bunch of the innards of a bunch of the stuff that Burst is bringing back.
Yeah.
we're making our own fertilizer.
You make your own fertilizer. Yep.
We're making our own fertilizer, but it's not like dead people. It is just like hunting off.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
Serena's learned how to plant by the signs, so she's
Uh-huh.
got the farmer's almanac there, and she's like, "No, we have to plant it on this moon."
Oh
Uh-huh.
God,
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
amazing.
It's good.
Okay, so also like reading through the like wear and tear section, working together. Take turns describing what working we're doing around the tavern. Choose one of the following prompts to get started or come up with your own. Everybody should pick one.
Yep.
So everybody did something.
Yep. Kiki asks Serena's help in order to clean up and, well, not clean up because Burrs is doing that, but to add things to the fish tank, which does require removing, at least temporarily, Easy from his tank.
maybe Serena's the only person that Easy will let touch them.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. She like sings to him and calms down or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm working, I observe fucking what's his name, Julius Pale Blue. I'm just very much like standing over his shoulder, just enjoying your meal.
What
Oh
do you
my
learn
God.
from your observations, though?
What do you learn from your observations of this fucking poor dude who's probably extremely intimidated by you, but also like a little bit into you? He's got very bad taste. He's got good taste in women and bad taste in men.
My observation is that I think that Kiki could do a lot better, but he doesn't seem bad. He just seems fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like I was just saying, he's got really good taste in women and really bad taste in men.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
This is good.
So Serena is complete. You're completely in your element. Describe how with one of your experiences you work so efficiently that the work is done early. So Serena is going to use golden words like she used to rally the party, but this time we're rallying to work around the tavern. Right? She's
That's adorable.
inspiring them with her words.
Oh, I like that. Like she starts up a song and everybody else
Yeah.
starts singing with her.
She's like Mary fucking Poppins. You find the
Yeah.
fun and snap, the job's a game.
Aw, I feel like I wanted to pick the same completely in my element. Describe how I wanted
Oh,
wanted
sorry,
my
go ahead.
experience. I'm picking the same one. Burst is completely in her element. I feel like she like hikes out to the a little bit. Sorry, Dora. She hikes out to the stream and like catches a bunch of little like shad and like little like minnows and stuff
Uh-huh.
to like feed to Easy.
Oh.
Just like put them in the tank
Aw.
until so Easy can catch them.
Oh.
After she's cleaned the tank out, she comes back and finds that there's like you know like plants and like substrate in there now, and she
Yeah.
goes, "Happened to the fish tank?"
Kiki's like, yeah, I put some plants in there for Easy to hide behind.
Yeah.
Does it really need it? It's a fish tank, you know.
Well, but they're supposed to be able to like perform their natural behaviors and all that sort of stuff, you know?
She just sort of shrugs. She goes, "Seemed like you were fine the way he was, but all right." And she just like dumps like a bucket full of fish into the fish tank.
And I think we all know what the perfect food or drink is to give someone some energy. What is it and what's the secret ingredient?
The secret ingredient is weed, as we've already established.
Put weed on the steak sandwich.
Mhm. No joke. At that place I worked, the owner would buy us weed. Like we just have weed there, and he'd just store it there, and just like every once in a while after a lunch shift, he'd be like, "Hey, do you hear some ghosts upstairs? I think we need to go bust some ghosts." They would be like, "Oh my god, we gotta go bust some ghosts really quick." One person stays in the kitchen, then everyone else would just go upstairs to smoke.
Oh my god.
It's incredible.
I see Brian in the chat saying compound butter. Yes, we know that you're supposed to melt the butter and put the pot in it, and then you can use the butter as an ingredient. But
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to tell you all how I know that. Asking for a friend. I'm a responsible adult.
Incredible.
I live in
Great.
Illinois, so it's fine.
I live in Massachusetts, and it's also fine. Also, I'm not
Uh,
fine, so it's fine.
Lucky you.
Actually, it's funny because I
Us
don't
in
even actually
Tennessee
have
are
a
not
medical
jealous
card.
at all.
It's my mom's medical card, but like I'm also eligible for one, but I just make my mom buy stuff for me because it's a pain in the ass to get two different people in the same household a medical card. Anyways,
All right.
All right.
so
What do we-
what time are we supposed to wrap up?
8.
8. Okay, so we still have an hour left.
Yes. Okay. So someone already increased our atmosphere rating. We probably have a good, solid another round in us, maybe a round and a half.
Yeah.
But it is Shannon's turn.
I want to pick Festival Day.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah. Your town has a few festival days a year, and they're some of your busiest. How do you prepare, and how do you handle the influx of people? Setup. Anyone can play. Both player characters and named NPCs can be played. Describe what kind of festival is happening today. Each player describes one decoration or feature of the festival. What does your character like this? Oh, does your character like this festival? Hate it? Are they ambivalent? So I think that this is like a Founders Day
Mhm.
that little towns have, and where it's like, let's talk about our mountain heritage and celebrate being mountain folk. Like there's some bluegrass, there's some crafts, like, you know, demonstrations and that kind of thing.
Versus selling her fucking animal hides again, but she's not selling meat this time, just animal hides.
Yep. So
She didn't wanna- yeah.
what are other decorations or features of the festival, friends?
There is a big slide that everyone sets up. It's in the middle of town, and it is a huge water slide, and there's a tiny pool at the bottom. There's no other rest of the water park, but Main Street has been replaced by this fuck off huge water slide. It has
Oh
a
my
loop in it. It's very dangerous.
Oh god.
This is like the action park.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, they were like they
That's
pulled
cool.
away some of the padding, and there was just teeth.
there is a bunch of different like game stalls where you can earn tickets, and then you can take the tickets and spend them at a store that's at the festival in order to get special like souvenir prizes. Yes.
Cool. How do people feel about this festival? Serena loves it.
Oh, I love it. Like, it's fantastic. Love to see the kids playing, having a good time.
Also
I feel
love it.
like
Brings back.
I feel like there's that like Miva is like doing some sort of like, let's talk about the history of dryads in this setting in this town, and how we're mostly based off of hardwood trees, and like she's doing some sort of like little informational thing with like little and like a bunch of like little forest sprites are helping her do it. It's very cute.
Ooh, fucking Benji is hosting a an intramural volleyball tournament.
Oh god.
Somebody hit play on the Haikyuu theme.
All right, so we take turns choosing challenges to attempt on the list. On a heads, you succeed, and so we've got to flip a coin or do a 1d2 or something like that. And you can try another challenge when your turn comes around again. On tails, your character is knocked out and you are either out for the rest of the game or need to choose one of the named NPCs to play. Each player can use one of their experiences from their adventure job or their town job once during festival day to succeed and gain an automatic point. If the player is knocked out, that player may play as a named NPC until they are all knocked out as well. If you have 5 points at the end of the game, you succeed and you can upgrade the tavern. If you have less than that, describe how each of your characters recuperates from being overwhelmed. All right.
Also, for the people in chat asking about what the donation incentives are, our donation incentives are you donate $20 to choose a minigame, and you can donate $10 to buy a copy of a game that Riley
ZS2E
just wrote.
Yes.
Is it Lyra or Lyra?
Lyra.
Like his Dark Materials, like Lyra's Silver Tongue from the Golden Compass.
Nice.
I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm just asking.
No, that wasn't a dig. That was like
okay.
It's from the main character in his Dark Materials.
Okay.
Lyra's Silver Tongue.
Okay, I thought you were joking at my expense. You were joking at your own expense. Okay,
I was joking. I'm joking at nobody's expense. I'm giving you context.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. No. Fucking, I would like to make a challenge. Do one of the challenges.
Go for it.
Do it.
I think that a mishap occurs when sorting guest luggage and we need to track down several lost bags. I think a lot of people are staying at the motel this evening, and that's kind of weird because we don't have a ton of space at the motel, but like we have like doubled up and cut off part of the like out back. We have set up a camping area kind of thing. And so we have like just way too many people staying in like a little like tent area. But I need to flip a coin. On heads, I put the pieces together and track down all the bags in no time at all. I gain a point. And tails, I chase dead end after dead end for hours and no one can get in contact with me. So, waka waka. Let's find out what happened. Where can I roll?
There should be a dice stuff channel in in Discord that you can.
There it is. R2 is heads. Got him.
Yay!
So
Woo,
there's like a scene of like somebody who's like, hi, these aren't my bags. There's a lot of like necromancer shit in here, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that's not. I apologize for taking that, and I get that, and I close that, I take that somewhere else, and someone else is like,
Excuse me, I'm looking for my bag. It has a very important object in it.
and I'm like, oh. Was it this one?
Wait, this is an NPC that we've created. This NPC needs a name. Please put it onto our named NPCs list.
Yes. 1 second. Let me just. Actually, no. I know their name. Their name is Wave Goodbye. Spelled nope, not like you think.
Okay. right.
It's spelled WAYVVGOOD GODBYY.
Nice.
Good.
This
Good.
is extremely good.
Also, there is an apostrophe between those two wives.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Of course, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta be.
Naturally.
Yep, because they want to wave goodbye to the world.
All right.
Oh god.
Okay. The regulars. I'm gonna take this one. The regulars egg you on to take part in a contest while you're working, and they're very insistent. Flip a coin. For on heads, I put it away with the best of them to roars of approval to gain a point. And with on tails, but halfway through, I start feeling very sick and need to recuperate out back for a while. I'm guessing what this is a drinking contest.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, Burst is gonna give it a fucking shot.
Hell yeah.
Weird. I'm in too many Discord servers. All right, I'm gonna flip a coin. What was it? Heads is 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Part of the cards, baby.
1d2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I got tails.
You can use one of
Wow.
your experiences though.
Oh yeah.
It's true. I'm gonna use what are my experiences? I'm gonna use my adventuring skill of having a wild friend to cheat and make my bear drink all the alcohol.
You take the drink and then like put it back and like throw it over your shoulder and like the bear's like oh glug glug glug.
Exactly. So I have a very drunk bear, but I appear to
Oh
be.
no.
I mean, like, I can also use my experience of I can literally turn into a large bear to have a larger alcohol tolerance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do that instead, where I succeed at I put it away with the best of them to roars of approval, including my own when I turn into a real ass bear.
I love it. Danielle, do you want to do the next one and then I'll
Yeah.
do the last one?
Sure. A very upset guest is causing a commotion. You draw lots and you've gotten the short straw. Flip a coin. Heads, you calm them down quickly and manage to compensate them for their trouble. Gain a point. Tails, they talk your ear off and you barely manage to excuse yourself hours later. So I have an ace in my back pocket, but I'm going to roll first since we have established that precedent. Okay, so that's tails. So I think what happens is that this guest starts causing a commotion. And Kiki starts off trying to be very reasonable and like, "Yes, sir. I understand, sir. It's okay, sir. We'll get your bags. It'll be fine. I hate all of you for having me go deal with this person." And it just continuing to kind of be attempting to be a calming presence and just like, "Yes, we'll get it taken care of. It will be fine." Best customer service voice on. But eventually this dude just like keeps fucking going on and on and on and on. And Kiki eventually is like, "There's no way I'm getting out of here," trying to be sensible. And so she draws herself up to her full height and like looms over this person and is like, "Sir, we will get
This is
you
an
what you need."
Arby's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. "We will get you what you need. Right now, you need to go to your room. I will contact you when we have your baggage." And I'm going to spend... I'm going to use intimidation. Make them do what you want. to succeed here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Good setting. You guys, I really
It's
like
good.
the setting that we've created.
Me
This is
too.
It's a
fun.
good
This is
setting.
fun. Okay, I'm gonna do supplies are running low, and there's no chance to replace them exactly. You're going to have to try to improvise with what you have. On heads, it works beautifully, and your slapdash solution might actually work better than the original. Gain a point. On tails, you can't seem to get it quite right, and you get bogged down in trying to make it work for a long time. So I think that everybody is flooding in, wanting to get our steak sandwich.
Yes.
Right? That's like
Nice.
that's our signature dish. That's what they all came for. They want it, and we are running low on.
The meat. All we have is venison.
I'm sorry, there's
Um,
just a lot of deer around here and not a whole lot of other animals.
You gotta find some beef.
I have to go. I'm gonna go kill some random farmer's cow. Okay, I'll bye.
Do it. They don't eat it.
So what we're trying to do is like spice or flavor the venison to taste like the steak a little bit
Or at
better.
least to remove the gaminess.
Yeah.
Brian in the chat, I have to get on Grinder to find a good steak sandwich. Brian,
Okay, here's what we're doing. We're slow
Yeah, okay.
cooking the venison
uh-huh.
to try to which is like a fool's gambit because that means it's gonna take a while before we notice while we're running out of steak, and so we're like shit,
Mhm.
and start having to make this happen. Like in 5 hours, we might have something that almost works. We're gonna find out.
Yes.
All right. All right, so here we go. I failed. But let's see. What can I use? I have prodigious skill with an instrument and the voice of an angel. And can convince anyone of anything. So, okay, I'm going to use golden words, and whenever we serve the venison to people, I'm going to be like, this is our very special steak sandwich, and it tastes exactly like our steak sandwich has always tasted. Legit. That's what I'm
Sounds
doing.
right enough for me.
Yeah. All right. So how many points do we have now?
So we have 4 because 4
We
of
have
us
4.
played. So we need.
And we all won.
Well, we need. Do we,
We
need
need
5?
more.
5.
So someone else
Um,
has to play
all right.
another game.
I've got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Whew. An adventurer is a little careless handling a magical artifact, and it goes haywire in the middle of the festivities. Flip a coin. Heads, it is contained with only a few hats blown off and maybe a table upturned. Gain a point. Tails, we have to shepherd the guests out of the area and wrestle with the magic mayhem alone for the rest of the night.
I wonder who
We
this
get-
could be.
We get a
don't
noise
know.
complaint from one of the tents. It's and Benji is like, "Oh, Kiki can go talk to them," and it's like, "Oh, okay, I guess I have to. Kiki's busy." And then I go out there, and it's fucking like a.
And now, finally, my machinations are complete.
Just standing in the middle of a cornfield. Sorry, or whatever, in the middle of the
Whatever the
forest or
fuck.
whatever.
Did they eat too many brownies? They ate too many brownies.
Please tell me you succeeded in that role.
No, I failed, and I'm not going to use any abilities. A tear is torn open in the sky, ripping from horizon to horizon.
Oh, no.
There's just like a fucking hole in the sky. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, and so we all get our fucking adventurer hats on. I grabbed my fucking compound bow. My
No,
white
don't worry, don't
goddamn
worry,
staff.
don't worry. I can take care of this. This is easy. Can I see those things? Can I see those that item you had?
No, you can't!
All right, well, punch. I'm gonna take a look at this. I'll get it handled. Just keep everyone indoors.
Brian, is that Brian in the chat that says, I didn't know you could die in this game? Wow.
Yeah, that is Brian. Oh. Oh no.
Holy shit.
So we won 4 and lost 1.
Oh my god.
Katana, my incentive is
I
for
mean-
$10. You can get a copy of ZS2E, which is a game I've made, or for $5, I will put 50 votes into Tame the Tigers and Blaseball.
So, by the way, we can continue because none of our characters have been knocked out except for yours.
Yeah.
We can continue playing until we win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that supplies are running low and there's no chance to replace them exactly.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go out and kill something else, probably.
The answer.
Yeah.
Is the
Let's
answer
kill something
here.
else.
I'll just go kill something to eat it, and I'm
Yes.
gonna roll a dice again.
Listen, when your tool is a hammer, every
Yeah.
problem
Just
is
tell
like a
everyone else,
nail.
no, stay indoors. It's fine. I'll go out and deal with the apocalypse that's happening outside.
God damn it! I tried to edit my. I have to. Okay.
Oh
one
no,
second.
it didn't work. Oh no!
Fucked up. All right. Well, I can't seem to get it quite right, and I get bogged down and try to make it work. I just get really lost in sauce and trying to hunt something down and like abandon the fucking festival for the rest of the night because I'm just like, yeah, I gotta kill this thing.
Yeah.
I start hunting down something magical, and so I just start getting like, I'm gonna kill this fucking unicorn if it's the last thing I goddamn do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have unicorn sticks for a while.
outside, you can hear like explosions and
Yep.
fire,
Yep.
and brimstone. Just like
She walks into the edge of it, goes, "Should I like help?" And then she goes, "Now you got it." And she turns around and keeps following the goddamn unicorn she's trying to hunt down.
Which
Don't
I think
kill unicorns.
leads
No, it's too late.
nicely
She's already.
into the one
she's
that I'm
already
gonna
going for
do.
it.
There's a
Okay.
rough storm on its way, but you manage to be able to board everything up and weather it out if it just grazes you. So, a bunch of shit's happening out outside.
fire and brimstone.
Kiki sees Benji going to deal with the thing. Benji kind of waves her off, and she's like, yep, okay. Turns around, closes the tavern doors, puts a board across the fucking handles. Like, all right, folks, we're gonna be in here for a hot minute. Just hold tight, and we'll be fine. I'm gonna roll.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Everything was going so well for so long.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
So I got tails, which would be you misjudged how strong the storm would be. Everything threatens to break each moment as you run around frantically trying to keep the wind out. And I think we see one of
Tear in
the
the sky.
yeah. I think we see one of the the windows blow out. And then Kiki runs from where she's holding the door closed and then puts like something big and heavy, like a huge cabinet in front of the window that blew out, and I'm going to use brute strength. Move
Nice.
the unmovable to use up to weather out the storm and keep all of the patrons that are inside the bar safe while Benji outside fights the necromancer.
And while Burst tries to kill a unicorn for food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Important.
But that is 5 points.
Yay!
I believe those of us who used adventure points can now change that to tavern points. If some or all of the experiences in a job, no, that's different. Where is it?
This is the stuff we usually cut out when we do podcast stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We're reading the book.
Yes.
So
There
we
it is.
can exchange
When
it.
you use one or more adventurer experiences in a game, at the end of that game, you can choose one of those experiences, cross it out, and mark a new town experience in your town job. Narrate a
Alright.
short scene that describes what led to this new experience. It does not have to be related to what just happened in the game, because time is passing between games as well, and characters have lives outside their work. These scenes should be about 1 to 3 sentences. So I don't have to replace both of them, but I can replace one of them. And I have decided that my town job is guard. And I think I'm going to take structure. Know how to build sturdy organizations and structures. No, I like friend of the people more. The people know you and come to you with their problems. And I'm going to cross off intimidation because I think that makes sense.
So I've crossed off animal companion and brought up trapper for a steady supply of meat and furs.
Did you kill your bear?
I don't think I killed my bear. I think my bear decided it was happier being outside during my hunting, and I went, all right, that makes sense. Enjoy your life out here, little buddy.
The bear was like, "You
agree.
cannot find this unicorn, but I can. One day I will return. You must go back to the city."
Literally, yeah. You know what? That's
You have
fucking
grown
perfect.
soft and squishy with age.
No.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad. That's exactly what happens. The bear that she took from the forest and fucking I talked about this when we were off the air for a second, but she was like a sniper in some like fantasy fictional Finnish war. And so she found a bear in the woods and that was her bear. So she just let go a like bear that she found in the woods in Finland into the woods in Appalachia.
That's probably fine.
It's probably fine. Who knows?
Listen, there's only the one bear. It's not like it can reproduce and take over the ecosystem. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, no worries about it.
Fine.
I have an idea for the next game.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
A friendly tavern brawl.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah.
Every tavern has its rowdy patrons. You know they're good at heart, but sometimes when the ale is flowing and spirits are high, things get a little out of hand. How do you handle the situation? One or more players are the brawlers. They can be player characters or NPCs. What is the disagreement that caused the first punch to be thrown? And then there's the de-escalators. This can be one, but should usually be played by several characters. What made you get involved? Who was the first to intervene? I'm a brawler.
I'm also a brawler.
I'm
Oh,
a
God, okay.
de-escalator.
I'm gonna be a de-escalator as well.
All right. Do you want to play your character or an NPC? I can play an NPC if you want.
I'm gonna play my character.
I'm gonna play my
That's fine.
character.
Mine.
All right. Then I am an NPC.
Are you gonna be what's his name?
No.
Wave
I'm not.
waving goodbye?
Wave Goodbye has been defeated. This is a different man. This is a dude with a ponytail that has been dyed blonde at the tip, has black hair, and a little wisps of a soul patch. And
Okay.
No.
he comes in and like scoffs loudly and like turns around to leave and like sighs and turns back around and is just like, so do I sit or come to the desk? What do I do for food? and like is genuinely like that energy.
And I think Kiki comes over and attempts to be courteous at first blush, and says, well, you can either sit and we'll take your order, or you can sit at the bar and ask the bartender for whatever you'd like.
I don't want to sit at a bar. I'm not a vagrant. I'll sit at a table, thank you.
You're
Okay.
not a vagrant. You just wandered into the only eatery establishment in a small town, and you're not from here.
Kiki follows
Nice
you over
knit
to the table.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever wave goodbye, may the memory be a blessing. Thank you.
And
Mourn you till we join you.
what can I get for you, friend?
What do you have? I don't have a menu. How am I supposed to know?
First menu's on the table, jackass.
She gestures to the menu in front of them.
Ah, so you were. This isn't fresh for me. This is a dirty menu that someone else has used. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh my god. Please, somebody punch this man.
Oh, I will.
Do you have any food or?
We have
What?
quite a few different dishes that we serve, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have dishes. Do you have any food? Look at this.
I think
Like
Kiki,
looks up at you like, Christ.
Kiki looks over her shoulder at Benji, like, do we really need this patron? Do we?
Benji shakes the head no, like a thumbs down.
Burst is like, I want to say Burst is like sharpening knives behind the counter and she just grabs a broomstick. Because she knows
Oh.
what's coming.
Yeah.
He goes, I'll have that, and points to the aquarium. He's
Okay.
like, turtle
yeah.
stew, please.
Oh, good. Kiki
Oh,
does finger guns at
no.
Burst, and then turns around and punches this guy in the face.
So
All right.
the approach is that's what this point of this game is. So brawlers, how do you lash out? What do you say that you shouldn't have? That.
Uh-huh.
The escalators, me. The first thing you need to do is interrupt the fight. How do you draw their attention? First, just sort of like unscrews the broom handle from the broom and takes the handle. It is prepared to wade into this fight.
Serena grabs her microphone and puts it right next to the speaker, and so it gives a loud squeal of feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Gross.
Your
How do I
music sucks here. Learn to play. Get off the stage.
You just got punched.
Good. That leads back into the separation. Brawlers try to start the fight back up again. So both of us flinch back when Serena does this shit. And you make that comment and Kiki's like, okay, I guess I have to kill a man tonight.
So Burst is gonna be the de-escalators. The question is, how do you put space between the brawlers? Is there something else you can get their focus on? I'm gonna take this broomstick and use it to physically put space in between them, like hitting back and forth. Like, all right, come on, break it up, come on.
That fucking
Broomstick.
to my back left, there is a table where hey, what's up? Julius Palebloom is still there eating, and he has food. And I grab his food and I chuck it like a frisbee at you.
Burst is unamused but undeterred, and she will slap you with the fucking broomstick again. Julius is unhappy with his food being taken from him. He looks very sad. You've made him cry. Congratulations.
Oh, buddy.
Cry more, baby.
What were you
Serena
saying,
comes
Shannon?
down off the stage and she's playing Masters of War by Bob Dylan in a very, very passive aggressive way.
Oh my god, what's with the shit music?
First is gonna fucking pick this asshole up by the scruff of his neck. I do want to reiterate that she is 8 feet tall. She's gonna grab this dude by like the collar of his coat and pick him up with one arm and walk outside and dump him onto the ground.
It's a very rude way to treat a customer.
You stopped being a customer when you insulted our turtle. She slams the door behind her.
Do we all
Our turtle, motherfucker.
do we all live at the restaurant in like the rooms above, or
Guess
For
we do.
sure, we
Yeah.
absolutely do. Yeah.
does
there's, like,
anyone have a car?
Bruce has a shitty old pickup truck. Yes.
You
It's
hear the
made
sound of
so
metal
far.
on metal as somebody is keying your car.
This bastard.
Kiki looks at Burrs like, I'm ready to kill a motherfucker tonight.
She shakes her head, but she does open the door again so that you
So-
can go.
No, everyone just calm down. This is a peaceful place.
Is there like police in this small town, or is there like one sheriff?
No, fuck
I think the
police.
sheriff was trying to finish his meal.
That's fair, and I accept this and respect it.
Respect everyone's right to exist. Just let him move on.
The escalators. How do you ensure that the fight won't break out again?
Listen to the hippie, bear lady. Listen to the hippie. Peace and love and whatever nerd shit she thinks.
I am locking this man out of our tavern.
You hear the sound of a bear coming out of the woods.
You hear a lighter click, and Serena is behind you with a sage bundle. And she lights it on fire and throws it at the guy. And don't come back.
The aftermath. Everyone has been picked up off the floor and dusted off. Were any of the player characters are hurt? If yes, how do you help each other recover?
Serena is very sad.
I'm gonna give Serena a hug.
Yeah.
You have a 1-star review on Yelp.
And then we respond to the review like, "Don't come back, asshole." That's our response.
Our response is also, "You keep my fucking car, bitch."
Don't mess with our turtle.
How do you deal with the brawlers? Are they banned? Do they need to pay a fine?
Kiki
Yes,
shows
they're
up on
banned.
this fucker's doorstep the next day, like, hi. You're not gonna come back again.
How'd you find out where I live?
That's for me to know, and for
It's a
you
small
to
town.
regret.
It's a small town. I mean, it
Well,
wasn't
if you're
gonna be
meaning
ever be
now.
difficult.
It's a small town.
We're ready with a fucking baseball bat anytime this fucker tries to come back in. Versus ready with a fucking broomstick.
Can I just turn into a wolf and eat him?
All right, so we've got about
Broomstick. Get a real weapon.
I mean, she fights with a quarterstaff sometimes, which is why she picked up the broomstick, because she's trying to be like chill about it. Oh my god! Hey guys, this is a
Yes.
good game.
This is a great game.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serena's guitar is cursed and she has devil's fingers. So what if she stands outside his window and uses the cursed guitar to sing him out of town?
Oh my god, it's Wonderwall again. Always with the wonderful, this damn high elf band. I have to listen to it all the time. Right? Oh my! Fine, I'm going. I'm going.
Today is gonna be a day that they're gonna
No,
get it
no,
back.
stop. Turn it down. Turn it down.
And after all,
No, no. I can't even see. It sounds like you're right outside my window. I'm on the 5th floor.
that's because I am right outside your window and right and I can't see it. Hovering.
A glass goes flying out the window, shatters. He gets evicted.
Hey guys, we only have about like 15 minutes left. Do we wanna start wrapping up?
Yeah.
We can. Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
This has been extremely fun and like I love it, but we should wrap up.
Maybe, okay, so the last game is In the Rhythm of Things.
Is another friendly tavern brawl. He's back.
Time passes. Rough edges are sanded down. Before you know it, life in town has become like breathing. You gather in your favorite part of the tavern and wonder where the time has gone. This is
We're
the
all
last
sitting under the
game.
table. We're all sitting on the table underneath the fish tank.
Yeah. Everyone plays. Everyone describes a habit that your character has picked up from living in this town to start, then proceed to ending questions.
All right. So what are our habits that we've picked up from this town?
Benji has a habit of actually being kind to people on first brush instead of just like being a shithead.
Oh.
Like instead of
Aw.
just being just like an asshole and poking at people, he is like more comforting and like kind on first blush.
Oh.
He's
Aw.
become a bartender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Burst has a hunting permit now. No, she's getting used to like interacting with the townsfolk a little bit. Like she enjoys her friends and the company of other people more, I think now.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Great.
Um,
Serena has added some local music to her repertoire.
Oh no.
And she asks for requests before automatically launching into the greatest hippie hits of the 1960s.
I love her.
Me
think-
too.
Yeah, she's good. I think that the habit that Kiki has picked up is looking to Benji before reacting.
Before she punches somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she definitely would have just punched first and asked questions later before. But I think now she asks the question first and then punches.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. Take turns asking each other questions. The person asked is the next person to ask someone a question. Come up with your own or use the questions below. The game is over when everyone has been asked twice.
Who's gonna start?
My question
Mm-hmm.
to Kiki
Mm-hmm.
is, what is your favorite memory of building up the tavern? The 9 and 10.
Yeah. I think her favorite memory is when the tavern is half built. Like, it was already a building, but, like, it's half converted into the tavern that it's gonna be. And Burrs, like, comes walking up from the river with this tiny-ass little turtle. And I think that's her favorite memory, is just, like, everybody crowding around Burrs and just being like, oh, look at that little turtle! That's so
And now
cute.
it's like 40 pounds. Alligator snapping turtles. We're idiots. Started off like the size of a little like like a fucking like a dollar coin. Now
Uh-huh.
it's like
Yeah.
now it's huge.
Yeah.
Uh,
Burrs.
yes.
What do you miss about adventuring?
I feel like she misses not knowing the terrain. She misses having to like use her instincts and her like hunting skills more.
Mm.
Because now she knows this whole area like the back of her hand. And she
Mhm.
knows it really well and she likes that, but she misses when it was challenging.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Benji,
Was
with
good.
the tavern running smoothly, what do you want to spend more time doing for yourself?
I've gotten really into woodworking,
Hmm.
just whittling. Got a few cute ducks I'm working on. I want to branch into other birds.
That's adorable.
That is really cute. Actually, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Serena,
Yes.
what do you miss most? What do you miss about? What do you? Yeah. What do you not miss about adventuring?
Hmm. Um, what I don't miss is that I couldn't have plants to grow.
Hmm.
Like when you're on the move, you can't cultivate anything. So being able to nurture a plant or a full garden is really nice. So I don't miss not being able to have plants.
Mhm.
Valid.
Yeah. So okay, that brings us to who am I asking the question of first?
Really, anyone.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
ask anybody.
Okay. So let's go back in reverse order. Benji, what's the hardest part of fitting into the town for you?
What's the most? What is
What's
the?
the hardest part of fitting into the town?
The hardest part about fitting into the town is the like. There's like a certain amount of quick on your feet that you are as like an adventurer. There's like a certain amount of like being the first person to jump into anything and the first person to like leap at anything. And the town doesn't need that. The town does not need you to be the quickest person because then you're just the person stepping in front of everyone else. And that's frustrating for actual humans.
Mhm.
And so, like, the hardest thing for Benji is dealing with that and like going, like, I gotta like pause. I need to break. I need to
Yeah.
wait for
Cool.
someone else to move.
Mhm.
My next question is to Bear, the Bears, the Bears,
Bears.
Go Bears.
the Bears. Uh, who helped you the most as you acclimated?
It's interesting. Sorry, I keep looking at the character like document we have and seeing an old fucker underneath underneath
And the
Benji.
picture of J.K. Simmons in like a baseball hat.
Yeah. I think like of the player characters, I want to say it's like I feel like everybody kind of supported first, but I really feel like Serena's whole like
Hmm.
yes, love and peace and like all that shit
Uh-huh. Good.
was really was good for her in a way that she doesn't want to admit.
Mhm.
Like she's always been a very like violent and aggressive person, and having someone also like this is gonna be real mushy, but having like another dryad around for her wife to hang out with has been good for her.
Aw.
Aw.
I love big characters very much, and they're very in love.
Yes.
They're good.
And they may or may not be my Guild Wars 2 mains, but that's fine. They're in love. Okay, so the last question is for Is it
Well, it's not the last one because
Second to
Because-
last.
yeah, second to last.
second to last?
So
Wait.
either Danielle or
Serena.
Oh, second to last. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. No, what I meant was the last question for
Oh,
somebody specific characters. For Serena, where is your favorite place in town? Did I cut out or something?
No.
I heard you.
Okay.
oh. My favorite place in town. I'm sorry. I zoned out for a second. Oops.
Yeah.
Favorite place in town. Let's see. Gosh, that's a hard question. Like the bar, right? Like can it
Yeah.
not be the bar?
Yeah.
It can't not be the bar. It's got to be
Yeah.
the 9 and 10 because it's all the things. It's
Yeah.
the place where we put down our roots.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Good.
And I think that Danielle gets the last question from me.
Mhm.
I think. What touch have you added to make the place you live feel like home?
I think that there are photographs all through the tavern of just like I feel like like this is urban fantasy, so I feel like she just took pictures on her phone while she was traveling with all of the tens, and it just like
Oh, and then maybe she got them printed at the same print shop that first got her like shitty marquee for her meat
Yeah.
stall.
yeah.
Oh no.
and so she just got all of these photos printed of like her and different people in the tens and like the different places that they've been, and so she just like has posted all of these pictures everywhere, and like it's almost like a Fridays or a what the hell is
Like a
the
Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday. There's an Irish pretending one that it does the same thing. There's just like all the kitsch on the walls, except instead of just kitsch, it's just like memorabilia from their life. And I think that's what she's put everywhere to make it feel like home. It's just
Hell
like
yeah.
Aww.
all of these memories.
I love it.
And I think
It's so good.
yeah, and I think like one of the last things that we see is her hanging a new photo of like her and Benji and Burrs and Serena like standing in front of the 9 and 10 on opening day or whatever.
Aww. Oh,
So cute. I love it.
this is adorable.
Game's good.
It's very soft.
This is a good game.
It's a
Hey
good
guys,
game.
this is a good game.
I love these people so much. Oh.
Okay. I've been Danielle.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can find me at Redtail Talk 90 anywhere on the internet. You can find this game hell, what's the fucking stew pot? You can find this game at noroadhome.itch.io. Please buy it. Takuma
Game good.
is a fantastic game writer. With me today has been Sam.
Hi, I've been Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo, and you can find the podcast I'm on at FTLcast and at KCWC Pod. Where there's only one episode of the Kitty Cat War Crimes one out, but we're rereading all of the Warrior Cat books, and I have to edit the second episode still.
And Shannon.
I'm Shannon. You can find me on the Twitters at Big Mom Energy, and you can find the podcast that I'm on at Roomware Pod on Twitter.
And Lyra.
Hi, my name is Riley Lyra Hopkins. You can find me on Twitter at Rev Rye Bread. That's Rev like Reverend, Rye Bread like Rye Bread. You can find me on podcasts like If Not Us Then Who, a fanfiction inspired actual play podcast. We're playing Star Wars, Cape Lorelei, and Urban Shadows actual play podcast. The podcast minds there, but for the grace of Pod Go We, which is a podcast brainstorming podcast. And you can find my games at linksmithgames.com or currently go to revrybread.itch.io where everything is 50% off because I'm raising some money to help pay for my pup's knee surgery. She's fine. Don't worry about her. It's not an she's okay. She's not in any danger.
It's sweet of you to do that.
It is. It's. I love my dog.
Oh.
And then also, while I am here, I am managing the Kickstarter for Spindle Wheel, which is Sasha Renau's game of it's a tarot-inspired oracle game. It's all about interpretation. It's one of my favorite games I've ever played. If you go to bit.ly/spindlestarter, you can hit notify for when that thing goes live in October. So keep your ears to the fucking ground.
Yes.
Woo!
It's gonna be good.
Yay.
And we have been raising money for a collective of
Rosehip Medic.
Yeah.
Please check
Portland.
them out. rosehipmedics.org. This is why I set up the fucking
The bot.
Nightbot, because I can't fucking remember. rosehipmedics.org. To find out more about them, please donate to their cause. They're doing awesome work. Thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you all later.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys, you three, I guess, for playing.
Thank you all so much. It was great.
Yeah, this fucking ruled.
This was amazing.
Bye.
I will never. Bye.
Bye.